Hey guys, Cyber here, and if you're here, it means you've already installed Forge, IC² and NEI, or optional of NEI. But anyway, you're here, and you can't figure out how to get started with the new IC² crafting. Well, I'm here to help explain that to you. See, I've been where you've at. I've got all three of those things. Looked around, and I got stuck with an infinite loop. Obviously, I didn't. I was trying to figure out how do I make a basic machine casting after trying to make refined iron. You know, the normal stuff. I would like, oh, okay, it's iron plate now. How do I make an iron plate? Apparently, I need a metal former. What's that? So I went down here, did exactly the same thing as most of you probably have done. Looked up metal former, and well, what do you know? You need the basic machine casing, which requires iron plates. So you get stuck through this infinite loop. But I was able to figure it out, and now I'm here to help you. I guess let's escape that. Anyway, so get on. What is these plates that you? How do you make them? Well, you need two things. You need a forge hammer and the corresponding ingot you're trying to make a plate of. So if we grab all of these ingots here, and then all these plates here, and then all these casings here, and I'll explain what those. Oh, I missed them. And all these casings here, I'll explain to you what they are. Oh, and I'll grab this because I'm going to explain that way. Where does gold plate come from? What? Things just multiply out of nowhere. I don't know. It's weird. Creative mode's strange sometimes. I don't know. Anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go into the crafting bench. You're going to take the forge hammer. Put it anywhere in the crafting bench. It does not matter. It is a shapeless recipe. And then you're going to place any ingot of your type inside of the crafting bench. And it's just going to make a plate of that corresponding ingot. Just like oh, apparently not silver. Silver, you're lonely. I just grabbed it because I typed in ingots. Oh well. Does not matter. As you see, then you got all of the plates here now. Get the hammer back. It has 80 uses altogether. Silver. You're not needed, silver. Anyway, now what are these casting things? Well, the same thing you do before. You put the hammer in the crafting table, and you put one of those plates in there. Boom! You get two castings of any of the types of the plates that you put in there. And those are made used to make various recipes throughout the world later. So this is how you get started with the new IC². So that step 1 is now already complete. But now there's a new problem. You got to make wires. Well, you can't. How do you make the wires? Remember, it was once copper all on the bottom, or any of the corresponding ingots, and that would make you your wires. Well, what is this little item I have here? It's called a cutter. Now the thing is, okay, silver is not a good idea because I don't have any more ingots. Anyway, any of the ingots, you just can't put them in here and it's going to make any wires for you. You have to do you have to do the forge hammer, and you have to get your plates. Except for lead. Lead right now currently does not do anything, but right now it's experimental jar, and so maybe by the time there's a new version of the experimental jar, this video will be slightly less useful for people who want to use lead. But then again, maybe they'll have NEI fixed, and you'll already know what to do with lead. Anyway, oh, iron plates. That's a bad example too. Okay, anyway, to make your wires, you need to first make the corresponding plate of whatever wire you're trying to make, and then boom, gold seems to get the most cables out of it. Copper seems to get the least, and tin is kind of around the middle. So now, what are these casings used for? Did I put anything in here? No, I had to look up for the casings. Well, to make your most basic things that will further help you in the future, batteries. Batteries now use casings and no longer use copper wires. They use insulated tin cable. And I think that is all of the basic things right now. Let's move on with okay, I already showed you the recipe for the basic. Why are things multiplying? I showed you the basic crafting recipe for that. And then your advanced machine block is just the same as always, using the basic machine casting. So your advanced one is using the basic, and then you have carbon plates, and then advanced alloys. Advanced alloys, just to show you, you have to make mixed metal ingots, and you have to use that using the new iron plates. It does not use refined iron plates; those are in the game. But refined iron is completely useless as of this jar, as I am recording this now. So maybe in the future, refined iron will have a use, but currently, if you start up with the current jar, don't use it. Avoid making it. And then your iron furnace, instead of using iron ingots, it's going to be using the iron plates. So about basically the same. All you have to do is just go through one more step of using a hammer to make these new plates. Get lost blocks. I should put these away. Boom, boom. I don't need the cutters and the hammer anymore. So now we got all these machines up here, which I have them all lined up out here for you. We have, screw it. Just go stand. Okay, I can grab it. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do for screw it. Electric furnace. I'm not entirely sure what this are. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm going to look in the chest. Okay, so over here we have a thermal centrifuge. You don't know what that is? I can't look it up. Well, there are two things that okay, so let's go with, where is it? Okay, remember the macerator. That would make you always your dust, correct? You know, all of your basic dust down here. Incorrect anymore. Your macerator does not make you dust. It makes you, let's see, that's what I remember. Get it. Remember? It makes you crushed ore of whatever one that you put in the macerator. Now this purified stuff, that goes through this right here, ore washer, which I can just show you right here. Let's get a common one that we use. Iron. Okay, let's use iron. Well, you're not working with me. Yes, you can see that it's, you macerate it, and it gives you 2 crushed iron ore. So just like, and then you could smelt this down as you would for. Oh, here we go. Yeah, you can smelt that down. You can make your iron ingot, or you can put it through the ore wash or the thermal centrifuge. But it's actually more efficient to put it through here first, and then put it in the thermal centrifuge, which then will give you a small pile of iron dust. Which, how you use that? You make that to make your iron dust. You have stone dust, which is used for the CF powder, and you have your purified crushed iron ore. Or anything, or whatever ore you have crushed that's been purified now, and that will go into you can put that. You can either put it in the furnace and get your ingots of the corresponding ore, or you could put it inside of the thing here, and it either will give you tiny pieces of gold. I'm not entirely sure. Let's check to see if there is any difference. Oh, well, silver goes directly into silver dust and stone dust. So at least here you can use NEI and you can go through and see what all different things. Oh, tin goes red. Oh, that's the thermal centrifuge. Alright, here we have purified dust. Oh, okay, I'm an idiot. I just. Ha! Okay, yeah, it does purified crushed silver ore. And then, same thing. And then you go put it back into the thermal centrifuge. This really should be second on the list, but oh well, I'm not going to complain. And that makes your silver dust, and so you don't know what you're gonna really kind of get unless you actually sit here and look at it. Now let's see, that got silver in it. Anyway, that's what your basic 3. I guess I could put them all together, kind of. So now you can get like more than just 2 what you used to before. So now you could probably get up maybe 4 I think out of it, because you get 2 out of here. You get the purified one in here. You get dust with it. And since you have, you would get a lot of whatever ore you have, then you get double of that there, and then you get your dust and your purified, and then just a whole bunch of things, all of the things. Anyway, this right here is basically like the hammer and the cutters combined into a machine. that will basically have infinite uses because you just got to keep powering it. There's your terraformer, mass fabricator, and actually it looks like the inside of these things have a new GUI and different ways to work them. I have yet to actually play with these because I kind of doing a survival, but anyway, doesn't matter. That your electric furnace, your extractors, your recycler, canning machine, compressor, more machines that are in there, but kind of like these two I've noticed are like the big new things. Then again, I haven't really been keeping up with IC2. I just decided, hey, let's play this new IC² Experimental. Anyway, electric furnace, same inside. Macerator, same inside. Everything that you're used to. Compressor. Your canning machine, I've never played with the canning machine, so I don't know what it originally looked like, but I'm pretty sure like this stuff wasn't here. Recycler, the same. Your induction furnace, the same. Recycler, or no, herb derp. Anyway, this is the mass fabricator. Oh, it has a progress bar now. No. Must take a really long time now. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I have a feeling that this is... Actually, I have no clue. I think this is probably where the scrap goes, and that kind of fills up here or whatever. Does scrap still exist? I don't know. Okay, scrap still exists, so it probably goes in there. Let's give me some scrap because I'm too lazy to... Give me all the scrap. Ah, that's what it does. Okay. What the hell is this thing? Hell, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's that uranium, that UU liquid. Apparently there's liquid now. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, they got these UU matter liquid things. That must be what this is. It must fill up like saying UU matter. I don't know. I'm not that too into depth with it. That's your terraformer there. Doesn't have it in. Alright, here's the metal former. This is what you probably want to see too. Now you have your extruding that you could put an ingot in there, and that will give you out a certain amount here. Like copper, you could put that in, and it'll give you 3 instead of the 2 if you were to use the cutters. We have the roller that makes your plates, and this cutter, I believe, if you have a plate and then you put it in there. I'm not entirely sure. I wonder if it will do more. I'm gonna check that now. Oh, shit, I don't have any. Screwed. Plate! Come to my inventory. Oh, shit, I turned it back. Oh, I'm in creative mode. IndustrialCraft, plate. Plate! Let's use you. Alright, so let's see. Does the cutter do more than it would be to extrude? Because now I'm kind of curious at this part. Nope, it does 3, so don't... I would highly just go with extruding. Don't go with the rolling and then go cutting, because it's going to give you the exactly same. Because I'll prove it to you too, and I don't have an ingot. Ingot, where are you at? Use copper again because that's same thing. Extruder. Should probably put upgrades in here, but I didn't think I was going to show it off this way. Oh well. See, 3 more. So, unless like you have like an excess amount of the plates, and then you need to make wires, then I would advise going to that, obviously. Anyway, here's the ore washer. You put your water in here, and it gives you your stuff back, and then that will, this bar will fill up with water, and whatever ore you have here, this thing will do a progress bar like you would have a furnace, and it's just color blue like water, and it will give you out your 3 things. Here's your upgrades, battery little slot, and that's where the parts for the tin casings come out. And here's your thermal centrifuge. Put thing in there. Stuff coming out the other side. Huzzah! Oh, and one more thing. What happened? Oh, there's my stuff. Can't think of it. What's its name? Let's go empty. There we go. Okay. The universal fluid cells. Oh, empty cell. Oh, okay. That is something I just learned right now. Put a tin plate in, have extruding mode, you get empty cells. That is something I just learned. Otherwise, universal empty fluid cell. It requires the tin casings and the glass pane. Ah, that's interesting. I did not know that. Now I do. Hooray! Learning! Anyway, guys, I hope this was very helpful for getting started with the new IC² and crafting recipes. If you would like to see a survival on this, I would say go down in the comments and put 1. We're going to do binary on this. Like to see it, put 1. Wouldn't like to see it, put 0, or to put nothing. And have a good day. Bye!